A Boise police effort a year in the making. Right now, smoke and vape shops in Boise are dealing with the impact of a November arrest after a lengthy investigation. The owner of the former Vapor Lab on Capitol Boulevard. He enters his plea to 5 felonies in Ada County Court Thursday afternoon. He's accused of selling alcohol to minors. Police say they stopped in many times to educate and warned him he was also selling a lot of things Idaho law considers illegal drug paraphernalia, like glass pipes, bongs, false bottom containers, plastic baggies, and cans of nitrous oxide, and more. Now, these products in his store, Boise Police say, prompting them to check in with vape and smoke shops in the city around the area to clear their shelves of anything considered illegal to, quote, ensure the well-being of the community, especially the youth. Store managers now express frustration and confusion after years of doing business and no new documentation, just conversations. They say they feel the goalpost, police now point out, continuously moves.
All over the tribes. Okay. Those are specifically designed cannabis.
It just seems like we've got a couple officers walking into stores, trying to bully employees a little bit.
The Boise Police Department is working with the 55 vape and smoke shops in the city.
We thought we were totally legal for the last 10 years.
To make sure they adhere to state code. Through a process of review,
This product is a 100% THC product, so it's not legal in our state.
Education.
It's nice that they're educating us and giving us the opportunity to come into compliance.
The current phase.
They told us that we had 2 weeks to stop selling the glass.
Then enforcement.
And then 2 weeks after that, we had to have the glass out of our stores,
which could bring felony charges.
So we immediately took everything out of the store.
Carrying nearly a decade behind bars. Are you complying?
100%. As you can see, throughout my stores, we're rearranging everything and all the glass products are out of here.
But not just glass.
Art pens, and do the research on cannabis use.
Anything that they could interpret as paraphernalia was now illegal.
Here's what state code says is illegal to sell. Any product one reasonably should know will be used to, among other things listed, prepare, pack, store, contain, conceal, ingest, inhale, or otherwise introduce into the human body a controlled substance.
The biggest concern is, where does it stop? Is it illegal to have this candle here because it's an odor eliminator candle? And that somebody could possibly use it to remove cannabis?
Boise police say they're always available and willing to answer any questions about the legality of products.
We lost sales immediately, so it does affect our income and our employees' income.
Article 1 of the state code Boise Police are educating shops on lists considering other relevant factors to determine whether an object is drug paraphernalia, like being new and unused, being a licensed distributor of tobacco products, and the total sales it makes up.
Originally, I was just a vape shop.
Things store owners feel aren't being considered.
If I had to go back to being just a vape shop, so be it.
Would you be able to survive?
Maybe.
Boise police respond, that's for a court of law.
We're going to be starting the Smoke Shop Association of Idaho. We're banding together with a lot of the other shop owners in the area.
So that we can have a little bit louder voice when legislation comes back into session. And
we will be hopefully filing an injunction against Boise Police Department, along with a temporary restraining order.
Any reasonable person that's going to be here to my
And maybe our association can educate everybody instead of the police coming to educate us.
So really it's just kind of this case.
Boise police say the goal of this process is for all stores to operate equally in the city. Some of the Boise shop managers also reaching out to the city council and local representatives and checking in with Boise police. At last check, they said so far no enforcement, charges, citations, or arrests, just education. And both those vape and smoke shop leaders say they've had cops come in countless times over the last decade for service calls and personal shopping. And until now, they say they never pointed out any products being illegally sold. I asked Boise police about this, and they tell me when answering calls for service, they don't always have time to start additional investigations, which can be lengthy and involved or require more resources and ongoing follow-up. High Mountain Smoke Shop closing its Boise location because of police educating them on the specifics of the state law and what it would take to come into compliance and avoid felony charges. Posting on social media on March 13th, police informed them 80% of their inventory was illegal, saying police, quote, apparently had a change of heart after nearly 6 years of business. Then posting on March 31st, a couple weeks later, it was their last day in Boise, and quote, maybe we will come back in the future future when the state's government doesn't want to overreach on products people want to buy. The store mentions shipping products from Oregon to any local customers, but note it's also a federal offense to sell and mail drug paraphernalia.